Hey guys, welcome back to Mainville ATV and Outdoors. In today's video, we're doing something a little different. It's going to be a short video and we're just going to be highlighting small business. It's going to be part of a new series that we haven't even named yet. What we are doing is taking a look at rear rack systems made by Arrow ATV. It's pretty cool. There's a couple different options and I'll show you what I've been up to for the last couple months working with Arrow ATV. One of the inherent issues I find with the Renegade specifically is storage, and definitely storage options. There is one by the OEM where you can put the Outlander rear rack on here and then have any Can-Am link setup you want. But I find that bulky and it kind of ruins the lines of the Renegade. The Renegade is intended to be this sporty version of the two. You're supposed to be more involved and it's more directed towards that off-road specific like mud category. So I wanted something that was a little more manageable, something that had more options, and something that's a little slicker, a little low profile. So when I was approached by Arrow ATV, he said, I have a couple products in mind, would you help me test them out? And that's exactly what we did. The first thing he sent out, he's like, hey, I have this rack. You'd be the first one to actually have one and put it in use. This was back like 4 months ago or 3 months ago, something like that. And he sent out this first rack. This is their, well, they just call it literally Renegade Rack. I think they can come up with a cooler name, Arrow, get on that. But this one in particular is a 1/2-inch synthetic material, really smart design. So he has a lot of slots for like if you want to do bungee cords and whatever. You have all your mounting holes, and then he incorporated 2 systems. The first one is the Rotopax mount. So if you guys have ever seen Rotopax, I have it on several things. You can actually see it here on this other rack. And he also has the link setup. So what's cool about this product is when it's mounted the exact same way this other one is, you can have any link setup you want involved with it, or you can just put Rotopax mount. So when I saw this, I said, hey man, I love this. I think this is great. I'm gonna put it to the test like you asked, but could we maybe do something directed at the mud riders that, you know, I ride with? And he was more than happy enough to make some changes that I asked for. So this rack is what he's actually calling the Mainville mud rack, which is really cool. So we wanted to make a few changes to this rack that this one doesn't incorporate. So this is more like minimalistic, cheaper, cost-effective, fantastic rack. So we have that one. And if you want to go a little more mud-friendly, I'm going to call it, we came up with this. So I said, okay, well, here's what I need. I need the exact same features, but I wanted handles. Because one of the drawbacks to these Renegades is there's nowhere to grab on the side of the machine. So when you're trying to just get off the machine and hop this out of a mud hole, you need somewhere to put your hand while you're grabbing the throttle, and you can just kind of plop it up. So that's one thing that I really wanted to see added. Now, because of that extra size, we went to 3/4 inch thickness on that synthetic material. So now you have all of these features laid out the exact same way. The same tie downs and cutouts and the handles and Rotopax and the link mounts can go on here, but now you can grab onto the side. As you can see, more than strong enough to do what we're trying to do. So this is what I love about small business, is when I say, hey, this is fantastic. First of all, I put it to the test. I tried doing everything I could to it. I had a few suggestions, like maybe some black hardware and stuff like that, which he made changes for right away. But when it came to this, he's like, yeah, I'm down. These are all great ideas. So the one thing that he had to figure out was, you know, how do I make this cost effective to ship? You know, how big can I go? What's realistic and what would be too much? So this ended up being the perfect middle ground on exactly all of those things. This is something that we've been discussing back and forth for several months. So I really wanted to share this because I think it provides the exact solution that a lot of people need when it comes to Renegades. So that's pretty sick. I'm going to show you how a lot of this works now. A fun side note, this is the actual prototype idea that I sent him. So all I did was take his other rack and then I kind of put it over top of what my idea was. He had it drawn up and incorporated pretty much a week later and ready to start manufacturing for the first prototype, which is actually on my ATV right now. Okay, so here we have the small rack. This was actually the first off the product line from my understanding. And I've had it on my machine for several rides. I tried to abuse it and grab it and bend it and do whatever. You can still see evidence of lots of mud from a couple of my rides. This is the 1/2-inch material. It has the same mount as the big brother over there. What I have set up on it is the link setup. So if you have these link mounts from, let's say, a Skidoo or your other Can-Am or whatever, this will allow you to mount basically anything that you could on those machines. So a good example of that would be that. clip it in, and as you can see, there it is. You're set up, good to go. This also obviously allows you to put any other accessory on top of these link jerrys, because that's how the link jerrys work. And I believe that he's working on another product where you can actually put the platform on top of this. So make sure to check out his website. It's in the description to see what he's up to, because he's always doing something. And I'll bet you if you commented a good idea on this video, he would have it incorporated in no time. So if you don't need extra fuel on your Renegade, you have another solution. Obviously Link has a lot of products. You can set up the storage bag. This is all off my snowmobile. So like everything is direct fit, of course. Anything Link works out. You can see some of my snowmobile stuff in here right now. But there's another example of, you know, anything you can imagine in the Link setup, you can now put on the Renegade. Now we're gonna move over to the other rack, and I'm going to show you the Rotopax mount. So here we have the Mainville mud rack. This is the larger Big Brother 3/4 inch. Has all the exact same features I just showed you with the Link setup. You can see where the Link mounts actually go. But on this one, I have the Rotopax set up. So here's the Rotopax mount. Any jerry I want to put on, I just put on like that. Anything that mounts by Rotopax you can put here. So for whatever reason you want water or anything like that, it can install here. Anything Rotopax, good to go. We have all of that going on. Of course, you have a bunch of tie downs. I think that's pretty cool. So if you have a bungee cord, you can kind of work something around it. Let's say you want to throw a duffel bag on here or whatever, you can totally do so. I think it would be great if we had some sort of like hook mount options. Of course, you can get creative and get a hook through any of this stuff, but I'd like to see Arrow ATV maybe introduce something in the future where you can actually get a bungee hook on there as well. But the one noticeable difference about this is, of course, its thickness and the handles on the side. So you can wrap the throttle and hold on to this machine. Now, seriously, it's pretty strong. You're not breaking this. Especially the synthetic material. Even if you somehow reefed on this hard enough, it's got some flex in it that'll give, so there's really no concern there. More than strong enough. Okay, so I know that this video is very quick and very simplistic, but I don't think it has to be anything crazy. I just wanted to show you a product that's really cool, someone that's actually trying to innovate in the aftermarket, and I just appreciate there being some sort of competition and support for the little guy. So this is just the beginning of a series where I highlight the small businesses that are trying to make changes in the industry for the better. And I think this product speaks for itself. If it's the right fit for you, go check it out in the description. I'll have it below. Steve and his family work very hard on stuff like this, and I think it's fantastic. They have a great story. If you ever get to chatting with them, especially Steve, make sure to ask them what they've got going on, because I think it's a really, really cool story, and they have a bunch of great ideas. This isn't their only product. They have several different solutions for several different problems on all sorts of different machines. So make sure to go check it out. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. I will definitely answer, and I'll see if I can get Steve to take a look too. Okay guys, so that's the end of today's shoot. I hope you enjoyed the product. If you have any questions, again, leave them down below. If you want to check them out, link in the description. I think that we're going to be calling the series Off-Road Innovators. That was actually a suggestion made on our Facebook just now, and I think I kind of like it. Let me know what you think. But again, if you have something interesting that you think could fit in this series, let me know, get a hold of me, and let's check it out. For now, thanks for watching, thanks for liking and subscribing, all the rest, YouTuber-y stuff, you know how it works. We'll see you guys next time.